We rolling? All right. Well, hey guys, this is AJ Unlimited here to bring you another video. It's been a while since I did this face-to-face thing or face-to-camera thing, just showing my face. My last video I uploaded was actually a PUBG mobile live stream, but I couldn't show my face because I didn't know how to because it was on my phone. But here I am. So I decided to do kind of something different, try something new here. It's been eating away at me that I need to come up with I need to start uploading videos again, but I couldn't think of anything. Like, I couldn't think of what to upload. I was thinking some sort of game or something, or like a podcast, or like vlogs, but I wasn't coming up with anything good. So doing something a little different here. I'm gonna do a quick story time and see where that goes. See how this does. This is, yeah, my very first story time, whatever, telling a story about something that happened in my life. And as you can see by the title, I'm going with a ghost story. The first time I've ever seen a ghost. I don't know how old I was. It was actually, I think I want to say I was like 10 or 11. And it was actually Friday the 13th, but I didn't know that at the time. Like, I didn't know until afterwards. So it was, just a typical Friday afternoon, I guess. It was just broad daylight, everything. And my childhood house was actually a pretty big house. It was 3 stories or whatever, a basement, middle floor, and upstairs, or whatever. And we have a big family too. There's like 8 of us living in that house. But at the time, nobody else was really home. It was just me, and I thought it was just me and my dad. And my dad, was like, hey, he brought me down to the basement. He's like, can you clean up around the basement a little bit, just pick up some of the stuff, maybe vacuum a little bit, whatever. Like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I did that, and I picked up some stuff, and I got the vacuum out, did all that. And that's not where I saw the ghost, actually. Not in the basement. It was actually afterwards. I finished doing my thing, went upstairs looking for my dad to, let him know, hey, finish cleaning up. I don't know if you want to look it over. Maybe I missed something. Couldn't find him. I looked in his office because he worked at home. I looked in his office, which was in the basement. I looked in like the bathroom. I knocked first, don't worry. I looked upstairs. I looked pretty much everywhere, and then finally I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check the laundry room. And the laundry room's like right by the kitchen. It's like on the first floor or whatever. And the way the laundry room at that house is designed is like you go in, and you walk in, and then you like immediately have to take a right because there's a wall right there, and there's a garage door and everything. And then like it's just basically a hallway, and then it leads to the side door which has a window on it. And you got the washer and dryer and everything. So I walked in. I didn't walk in, actually. I just kind of peeked my head in, and I looked to the right towards everything, and I pretty much looked directly, for some reason, directly at the side door with the window. And what I saw was an image that I can never really get out of my head. It was very freaky at the time, especially for being 10 or 11 years old. It was literally, bear with me here, it's kind of weird, but it literally looked like a floating faded head. And it kind of looked like the pirate, or the ghost pirate from SpongeBob. I think it's like Davy Jones or something. But it looked like him. It wasn't like green or anything, but it was white, but it was faded. It was very opaque. It was cloudy. But it was just a head, and I remember it was just slowly, and it had fangs too. Just throwing that out there. It had fangs for some reason, and it came from the window, and it was slowly coming towards me and turning, kind of like, I actually got the teeth for it. I saw this thing. I don't know if it was my imagination, or I don't know if I had seen an episode of SpongeBob recently, and the guy freaked me out. I don't know what it was, but I saw it, and I like I didn't know how to react. I froze up for like a couple seconds, and then I just stopped, and then I kind of turned around and started walking away, and then it started to like sink in what had just happened, what I just saw, and from there I just took off. I like just ran as fast as I could around the corner, up the stairs, and I started banging on my sister's door. Now, I didn't even know if she was home or not, but I started banging on her door, and she opened the door. She was home, and I told her what I just saw. I said, I just saw a ghost. Like, I don't know what it was or how it was. I don't know what happened. I don't know if a pirate died in our house in the past, like in sometime in the past. But I saw this thing, and I'm freaked out. And the first thing that she said, first thing out of her mouth is, well, it is Friday the 13th. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? She said, well, it's basically the day of bad luck. It's, you know, haunted things happen and ghosts like to come out and haunt children. Like, okay, well, that explains it. I don't know how to react to that, but yeah, that's just great. Um, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure after that. I don't even remember what happened after that. I don't know if we both like went down to like inspect the laundry room or something. I don't know when the next time I entered that laundry room was. I was probably pretty traumatized for, you know, a good couple weeks. I don't know if I did any laundry for a while, uh, but yeah, that was scary. I have actually a couple other quick stories to tell, just to, you know, because yeah, why not? So now fast forward like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. I was actually living in the basement, and yeah, my bedroom was actually it was under the stairs, and that's a different story. I was down there, and it was actually, again, it was broad daylight. Obviously, there's no like windows in there or anything, so you can't see the daylight, but it was daytime. And I remember I was just, you know, cleaning up my room down there a little bit. I don't know, I was just, yeah, cleaning up, and like, so in the basement we had a desktop computer, and it was one of those old like 90s computers. It was really old. The computer is like, you exit my bedroom and then you take a left, and then it's just in the corner right there, straight to the left. And I had my door wide open, and nobody else was down there. I know nobody else was down there. I would have heard it because the stairs are right there. Um, and all of a sudden I hear this distinct sound of someone typing at the computer. And I didn't hear any. I don't even think I heard any clicking. I didn't hear any computer sounds, or I didn't hear anything other than typing. Literally, I hope I don't screw anything up here. But I don't know if you can hear that, but that's what I heard. And so I'm like, okay, that's weird. And at first I didn't really think much of it. You know, someone's just on the computer. I'm like, well, I don't think anybody was down here when I came down here. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm alone. So I'm like, well, let's check it out. And I started, you know, walking towards the door, again, wide open, lights were all on and everything. And as I got to the door, it was getting louder and louder and louder. And I kid you not, as soon as I looked out, turned my head and looked at that computer, the noise stopped. There's nothing there, no noises, no nothing. Like, nothing was moving. Like, the computer chair wasn't moving or anything. It just completely stopped. You know, I mean, it could have been like maybe like an animal. We did have cats, but I don't think we had any at the time. Um, but you know, it could have been a mouse. It could have been anything really. I don't know. I'm very clueless about it. That was another quick story. The next one I have takes place in the basement as well. I was still in that room, but this time it was at night. It was like 12:30 p.m., maybe 1 o'clock, and my dad also slept in the basement. And his bedroom was right behind me, in like the cross on the other side of the wall there. And I heard him snoring. I heard him sleeping. He was snoring. He was in there, and nobody else is going to be in the basement at that time of night. And the lights were all off and everything, you know. And I heard him. I heard him turn off the TV because the TV's also out there. So there's like a couch, and then there's a TV and everything. So I didn't hear a TV. I didn't hear anything else except the sound, the distinct sound of someone eating a bag of chips. You know, it sounded like it was taking place right where the couch is, like right where the couch would be. And yeah, I just heard it was, I don't know, I don't have a bag of chips in here or anything, but I heard someone distinctive. I heard the sound of someone sticking their hand in a bag of chips, and I heard and then like the shuffling, finding a chip, like, and then eating it. I heard the chewing, the munching, and everything. I'm like, okay, so yeah, and it was on and off for maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, and I never really checked it out because why would I do that? So I just kind of sat there and waited for it to be over. And I did the next morning ask around my house. I asked my dad, "Were you eating a bag of chips at like 1 in the morning last night?" So no, I wasn't. I'm like, well, this place is fucking haunted then, man. Those are 3 ghost stories that I've experienced in the 23 years that I've been alive. The very first one was, I was actually really young. I think I was younger than 10. I think I was probably like 7 or 8. But the other 2 happened probably within like maybe a month or so of each other. And again, I was like 13, 14 years old. I think I was like actually a freshman in college at that point, or college, high school. I never ever found any answers to any of that stuff. Nobody ever fessed up or anything. I don't know if it was someone just screwing with me or something, somehow, for some reason. I don't even know if, like, I think I did check the next day to see if there was a bag of chips sitting out, at the couch, and I didn't see anything. I don't know if that house had a lot of mice, but it's a possibility. But I mean, it was just really, really creepy. It was really weird, and I mean, it didn't sound like, a little critter, just crawling in there and like just like munching down. It sounded like, like I can hear the sound of a human being chewing on chips. So that's it. That's all I got for you right now. Hopefully people watch this. But I got a lot of stories to tell just like that. Some are funny, some are not funny, some are really serious, some are going to be really dark. But I guess, you know what? This is just going to be my next little series because it's quick, it's easy, it's fun, and people dig it. So, that being said, we're going to wrap this up here. So, thank you guys once again very much for watching this. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, you know what to do. And as always, I will see you next time. Later, Gators.